we've got wharf loading issues. And I think one of our strengths and advantages is that we have the ability to meet those demands. And of course, on top of that, you need the support, and you need a company that's obviously that's got the backing in the background to be able to provide your customers with the good support. And we find that once you become a Thicker was telling me the other day, he's got a couple of cranes over in Sri Lanka that 35 years and still going. So I mean, they're built for longevity. Not good for the sales guys, but. Any other questions? I'm hoping Russell's going to buy one. I'll give you a good price. Well, that's what I'm going to look after you finish with me.
So thank you, Andrew, for a very informative presentation. If you could give him a big round of applause. Thank you. So our next presenter is Cameron Hay. He's the head of sales and marketing with Ram Spreaders. So I'll put your hands together for him as well as he makes his way to the podium. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to Pmta and the organisers, Samoan Ports, for the invitation to speak in such a beautiful location. Also, thanks very much to Andrew from LIBA for the beauty of a mobile harbour crane is it's the jack of all trades. It can do all jobs, but for it to be able to do all jobs, you need a range of different attachments in the port. You can see from this slide that the range of products that our company offers. We provide roughly 1,500 attachments per year to the industry for virtually any job that you have in the port. One of the interesting facts for people in the audience that you should bear in mind is that if you have a crane and a hook, every different attachment that you can buy from us is a different revenue stream, whether that be importing dry bulk, whether it be exporting logs, whether it be containers. We provide solutions for your crane hook. So I'll just give you a very brief background on what our company does. Our company turns 100 this year. We're based in Germany. We supply more than 1,500 attachments globally to the industry every year. We're the largest attachment company in the world. We have 4 factories, our main one in Germany. We have a factory in India and 2 factories in China. And our customers include container terminals, bulk ports, vessels, waste plants, scrap metal yards, steel mills, and the mining industry. The division that I work for, the spreader division, is 40 years old because containerisation's only been around for slightly more than 40 years. And this shows you some historical photos of some of the products that we sell for forklifts, for RTG cranes, for mobile harbour cranes, even fixed frame spreaders we used to supply. So I'll give you a quick rundown of some of our products and what they can be used for. Firstly, and probably most interesting to the audience here, is mobile harbour crane spreaders. So we've already heard about mobile harbour cranes. RAM provides a telescopic spreader for mobile harbour cranes, 20, 40, 45. It can handle a range of different products, generally up to 45 tonnes in capacity, and the ability to adjust the centre of gravity with the tower there. There's a photograph of the mobile harbour crane with the tower, and then our company also provides this slewing or rotating unit. That's one of our largest revenue streams is ship-to-shore cranes. We also provide a tandem 40 solution, which is extremely popular. We've delivered over 150 of these in the last 3 years. When you go to some of the largest ports in the world, you're talking about 140 or 150 ton cranes. Our system can handle 4 fully laden 20 feet containers. So it's 130 ton capacity underneath the 2 spreaders and 150 ton crane. In those ports, we're handling 50 containers per hour on a regular basis. We also provide a range of spreaders for yard cranes. We supply those to Liebherr, to ZPMC, and we also supply them directly to the ports. And the most important thing here is that when I finish the presentation, that you think about RAM Smag as a company that basically provides everything underneath the crane hook. So here's some of the other jobs we do, which is overheight spreaders. We've actually recently formed a partnership with TEC, who presented yesterday, and TEC is making most of our overheight spreaders. They make a range of other attachments that we team up with TEC, which provides an extremely good product as well at a different end of the market to RAM. We provide pipe handling spreaders, reach stacker spreaders, spreaders which can rotate containers 90 or 180 degrees, particularly for rail operations. One of the other recent innovations that we have, there's been a lot of talk about the environment and protecting the environment during this conference. One of the products that we've provided recently is a zero material loss pit to ship solution. And I've got a short video that's operating, which I'll just show you about this solution. It's the cleanest bulk handling solution in the world. The video that you'll see is filmed in Chile. You'll see our RAM containerizes copper in these black containers at the port. They transport them around 400 kilometres to the port with a fixed lid, so there's no material that can be lost. They're delivered to the port. The attachment provided by RAM, the RAM revolver, picks up the container, hoists it into the vessel. While it's hoisting it up, you'll notice it also lifts the lid off the container and it drops it down inside the vessel, where it tips the contents at the bottom of the hatch underneath a water-based dry fog dust suppression system. This system is the cleanest bulk exporting system in the world and has won awards in a number of locations. So you'll see the lid being removed here. The dry fog dust suppression comes on for any dust emissions which may rise up. The container rotates 360 degrees. There you can see the dust suppression system working on the hatch. Puts the lid back on and sends it back to the mine to be filled up. One of the things with the environment is it generally works better when there's a cost saving to the client as well. So some people are a little bit skeptical about the intentions of this client from an environment in US dollar dust emission system. So one of the reasons that we developed that system was at the request of one of our clients. Like Andrew was saying, we listen to what our clients are saying, what their needs are, and we develop solutions based on that. And that RAM revolver came out of developing that solution in Australia for a client who needed zero emissions at his port. So moving on, I'll just highlight some of the other products that we use. You can see here what we call an orange peel grab. An orange peel grab generally operates with 2 types of main products. One is wood chip or wood pellet, which is becoming extremely popular alternative to coal. So we're using our orange peel grabs for that. We recently delivered 6 of these to Port Kembla in Australia for importing scrap steel. So they're used extensively for scrap steel. Your typical clamshell grab is something that can be used for either importing or exporting a range of products from coal or iron ore, those type of products. In the center there, you see another product that we developed for a customer, which is a tilting spreader. So in that case, the tilting spreader was bringing fertilizer from a particular location in containers. There's a big imbalance in the world of empty containers. So a lot of people are trying to find ways to use the empty containers in the hinterland and bring cargo towards the port. So they used the containers that were available in the hinterland at a low cost that were being returned to the port anyway. They filled them with fertilizer and in some cases grain, and used a tipping spreader. So what we're about is trying to find ways for clients to generate more revenue with their existing assets. So that client in that instance was able to generate about 15% more volume at his port by buying a new attachment. Again, just highlighting some of the variability of some of the products that we have. Our grabs are used also for reclaiming land. They can go down to the bottom of the sea and assist in reclaiming land. They're able to work underwater. These are some typical, what we call a more dirty operation. So this is both importing and exporting bulk material in a more traditional way. We're seeing clients going away more and more from this type of operation. What we need to provide is grabs that have zero leakage as they're coming out of the hatch and going into enviro hoppers. Clients are very concerned about dust and dust emissions in the port. But you'll still see this type of traditional grab operation for importing and exporting in many, many ports all over the world. And we provide products for that as well. As I said, we're a global company. We have more than 1,800 employees. When you're supplying equipment, people soon forget about the price. I know Russell was talking about getting a good price, but I know, Russell, you'll soon forget about the price if the service support and the machine doesn't run well. So most people, while they look at the price initially, what is more important is the service backup, the spare parts, and the training that you provide. So that is a key issue for us. As I said, our company's turning 100 this year, and we haven't been around that long because we haven't provided good service support to our clients. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope pretty quick presentation. Just wanted to highlight that we're the largest supplier of crane attachments, and that if you're interested in growing your business, please come and talk to us. Thank you.
PNG Ports experience when we acquired